tribe to, doors are open. Waiting for the tribe to come through. Well, it's only a minute after, so I'm maybe a little early. So we'll just wait for everybody to check in. Oh, those are good. See if Gene's gonna be here. The inspiration behind those frosty margaritas. Hi V. V's here. You're the first one in the door. Best seat in the house. Just logged in and getting tuned up. Waiting for the tribe to show. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Oh, I spent, I didn't have a kayak buddy today, so I went out and hiked for an hour and a half on the banks of the Salt River. So I got some sun, I got some really good exercise. That felt great. So I am showered, and I'll just consider this rehydrating. There is ice in it, after all. So welcome, V, good to see you. Amy's here. Amy's here. Welcome. First time through a song that you sent me. I'm gonna do it. So I was telling V I didn't have a kayak buddy today, so I put on my sneakers and I went out hiking for about 90 minutes, hour and a half, on the banks of the Salt River. Lots of ups and downs and great workout. And I had that song in my head the whole time. So I haven't quite got the lyrics memorized, so I got them printed, which I don't like to do, but sometimes when I'm learning a song on the fly, it'll take me a little while to get the lyrics down. But I think I got it down enough. With the guitar work and everything, that I should be able to get through it decently. So we'll see after I get my vocals warmed up. So I like that song, kind of hooked on it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, sometimes when my vocals really pair up well with another artist, my vocals will tend to kind of go into that lane, and I tried not to do that this time. I try to keep, he's got that country nasal sound, which sounds great. I just don't want to imitate that. So sometimes I just need to make a song my own. But I do agree, my vocals sit really well with it. And I had never heard of that artist or this song. So I know V's going, what gives? So So I'll tell you in a minute before I play it. I had never heard it, so I like the music video, and yeah, so I started watching the costume changes with the dresses and his shirt and all those subtle nuances that go in that are not accidental. They're part of the story. You picked up on those before I did, and I just pick up on other things. But yeah, I really liked it. So we're gonna see how that goes. First time through it this afternoon, and Kels is here. Hey, thanks for checking in. I did 90 minutes, actually an hour and 45, but I stopped about 10 or 15 minutes and talked to this couple who was fishing from the bank. So I did 90-minute hike along the banks of the Salt River. I got a good workout in because I'm not a slouch. So I was working the ups and downs of those trails, and it was really awesome. Excuse me, awesome. So Amy says, I don't normally even like that genre, but this song is great. Yeah, me too. I don't listen to a lot of country music. With few exceptions these days, it all sounds the same. In fact, a couple years ago, somebody sent me this, and I on YouTube, there's a guy who's a recording engineer. I don't know who he is. And he took like 5 top country songs, and he put them all together in his recording station, and you can see that the melodies almost were identical. And it's all different artists, but it almost sounds like the same song. And when I don't listen to the radio, but when you hear country music a lot like that, it's the same stuff. And then I found out for some friends who, one in particular who was born and raised in Nashville and is a wonderful singer, but she doesn't fit the cookie cutter look for Nashville, but she could be. She could be a recording artist. She's awesome. And so she told me, and I read this too, there's basically like 5 guys that write almost all the songs for every artist in Nashville. So if you heard that here, I think their nickname is the Hit Factory. And so a lot of them sound the same. And when a song hits, just like with my friend John will tell you with movies, when something hits, they try to replicate it, either with a sequel or try to make something like it, instead of being original. And that's what just destroys the artistry, I think, of motion pictures and of music. So yeah, so that a lot of that stuff doesn't appeal to me either. This one did. And so thank you for sending it to me. I really like it. I'm gonna have fun playing it. Cindy's here. Yay! I hope you can stick around, friend, and I hope you're doing better. We missed you. We sent healing energy to you, and lots of prayers. So Cindy, I hope you're well. Thanks for checking in, and I hope you can hang out. And Faith is here. Hello there, friend. So good to see you. Amy agrees. Yeah, that music all sounds the same. This one was kind of an exception to the rule, and I really liked it. You know, I didn't even look. I don't know when this came out. I think it's been a little while. But thank you for sending it to me. You know, again, as always, I hate using lyrics, but sometimes I just need to. It takes me a while to get some songs down. I got the guitar work down pretty good. So I'm going to run through that in a minute. It'll be a first time. So thanks for sending this to me, Amy, and I really liked it. And I'll let everybody know you can go watch it. And sometimes mine versions are just a cheap imitation of the original. So Cindy says, missed you guys so much. It was only allergies. Well, we are glad of that, and glad that you're on the mend. And so I'll announce this again. But I do want to, I'll just let you know now. Somebody can look it up on your calendar. I don't remember. What's the first Sunday in December? It's the 5th or the 6th. So I've reserved our clubhouse again here. And that's where we're going to have our next live performance. I was going to go with the second week of December, but it's a little close to Christmas and the holidays and all the other celebrations and my friends that celebrate Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and all that. So I thought, let's just go with the first week. Then people probably would be able to come. So whoever has that date, if you could look it up on your calendar, I don't remember it, but I reserved the clubhouse for Sunday, December 5th, 6th, something like that. And that's going to be our next live show. So I will continue to announce that. And Cindy says the 5th. The 5th it is. I thought so. So Sunday, December 5th, mark your calendar. If you're not local, make sure, we'd love to have you watch. And I'm trying to get my largest audience, so I'm starting early on announcing this. So it's gonna be fun. All right, so I've got, welcome to my tribe. I'm still looking for Jean. She inspired these frosty margarita beverages, and after an hour and a half hiking the trails along the Salt River today, which is awesome. So for me, hiking is not a leisurely stroll. I used to be an Ironman, so I'm a long distance triathlete, so I used to get out there and get moving. So it was kind of a half run, jog, power walk. I had a great time, and met a lot of cool people, and had a great day, and got some, I don't know if the color is showing through, but tan lines. So I'm staying up in my tan, even into October here. That's the Sonoran Desert, so it's awesome. So I had a great day out there, soaked up some vitamin D, had great exercise. I'm all showered now, and I'm considering this because it's got crushed ice. This is hydration, and fresh lemons, so also good for the blood. So sip 'em if you got 'em. Thanks for joining my tribe. Always a very distinguished group. So glad to have you here. Let me make sure I recognized everybody before I get into the music. Cindy's in. Yay, stay healthy. We want you back. We're going to have some awesome people and great energy. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. All right, let's get the music going. And I mentioned some of you were checking in. My friend Amy in Ohio sent me a song last week that I'd never heard before, this country song, the link to the video, and she said she thought my vocals would sit really well with it, and of course she was right. She's an artist and a poet, and has a great ear for music, and so I haven't learned it completely as far as the lyrics. I've got the music down, so I've got the lyrics printed out. When I get my vocals warmed up a bit, I'm going to do this song for the very first time, and if you're here, don't go away. Even if it's a cheap imitation of the original, this will be the first time anybody's ever heard it being played by me. So thanks, Amy, for the request and sending that along. All right, so this is by my friend Steve Poltz. This is for lovers everywhere and anybody with freckles on their face. So good to see all of you. My heart's happy. Oh wait, and I have to acknowledge, so far it's girls' night. I love that. I'm not saying don't check in, guys, but I like when I have my circle of sisters here. That makes me happy. I raise daughters, so I'm very comfortable in the company of women. Thank you for those hearts. That makes me happy too. All right, here we go. I love everything about you. And I love the way you comb your hair. I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love the way you lick your lips, dear. You've got fireworks in your head. I love the way you bring me water when I'm thirsty in your bed. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You were surely kissed by angels. Look at the freckles on your face. You've got the devil in your eyes. You disappear without a trace. Well, I love sneaking up behind you when you're looking in the mirror. The way your eyes lock into mine, dear. Without guilt and without fear, I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. All right, welcome to Soulful Sunday. Thanks for checking in. Dave Z's here, parking lot at Cardinals Stadium, waiting to leave. I saw your tailgate party thing going on. And Nita's there. Hi, Nita. Good to see you all. Pammy's here, my BFF. Happy Sunday. Love the song. You always rock it. Oh, so good to see you. I missed you. So I just announced at the top of the hour, I just played my second live performance, a week ago? Last Sunday? Yeah. And so the next one is going to be, Cindy had the date. Sunday, December 5th. I have reserved the clubhouse here at Superstition Canyon. And it's a beautiful clubhouse. We're going to have another live audience. So first week of December, they had the second. They actually had the whole month available. And I didn't want to move it too close to the holidays. So I said, let's do the 5th. That way that it doesn't interfere with people's holiday shopping and stuff like that. So if you can make it, we're going to keep announcing it, and I'm going to continue to post it all the way through November so we can get as many people as possible. My tribe is finally getting to see each other for the first time, which I love. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. And that's not a singular invitation. That's, you can bring your person, family, whatever. So, Verna says, hi Pam, good to see you. Yay, so some of my tribe that knows each other have not seen each other in a while, are checking in. All right, let me do one more song, and I'm going to get to this song my friend Amy in Ohio sent me. And I don't have the lyrics down, so I printed them. But I'm going to play it next. Let me do one more. I'm going to do another Steve Poltz song. I love this. If you look to the east where the sun never sets, I'll be there at the top of the stairs. You could bet. So just pick up the phone, make a call, all your own. I'll be there when you say your last little prayer. La la la, la la, la la. You hold your head in your hands. I don't have a way. Climb inside your body and just hang out and stay. Everybody's asking when you're coming back. I don't have an answer, so I fade out in the black. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away. Fade away. Uh-huh. And I walk so slowly through the broken glass outside. I tread and oh so cautiously. I'm wondering where you hide. And I got notes stacked on my walls and kisses oh so sweet. And all I do is wonder when again the two shall meet. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away. Fade away. Uh-huh. Do you hear me talking in? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up the set up. Good morning, I miss waking up with you. Uh-huh. $100 phone bill multiplied by 5. You look like a phone to me. Hey, are you still alive? And dirty plates and bottles, who will it decorate my floor? And I got lots of so-called friends just knocking on my door. Who knows how I feel today? And I suppose I'll slowly fade away. Fade away. Uh-huh. Do you hear me talking in? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up the set up. Good morning, I miss waking up with you. Uh-huh. All right, there's a double shot of Steve Poltz, my friend who discovered Jewel, co-wrote that #1 hit that went to the top of the charts in 1996 and knocked the Macarena off of there. So, welcome to Soulful Sunday. Sip him if you got him. Thanks for joining in. Oh, let me get caught up on check-ins and comments. Z says, be in Chicago for the Cardinals-Bear game. We'll watch it from Chi-Town. Awesome. That's cool. Oh, in December. Dang, man. What if I'd have said the second week? I can always change it. They told me nobody's booked. I like to try to make sure everybody's there. I know it's kind of tricky, but I've got enough time to plan this. Honestly. Will you guys be in town, what's that, the 12th? Because I can change it easily. Nobody's booked the clubhouse for December. It's completely open, so I can always move it a week. I want to try to, and I love when you and Nita are there. You guys have great energy, and it's so fun. So we'll see. Just, yeah, go ahead and look. If not, I'll keep it. If you are, I'll change it, and we'll try to get as many of you here. Pam says, hi, V, glad you're here. It's been a long time. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, check it out, Z. All right. Let me see. I think it's 3rd fret. That's it. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have the lyrics. Oh, that low E. You got to drop it down on a capo. So my friend Amy in Ohio sent me this and said, I think your voice would sound good with it. And I'd never heard it. It's a country song. Never heard of the artist. But I kind of got obsessed with it this week in the music video, which was really awesome. So this is my very first time ever running through this. Thanks for being gentle. So I hope I can do it justice. I hate wearing glasses and reading from lyrics, but but I'm gonna have to do it to get through it the first time. All right, so this is called "People Are Crazy," and Amy, check me if I'm right or wrong. Billy Carrington, is that his name? Is a country singer, and I don't know when this came out. I forgot to look. I think a couple years ago. It's been maybe more than a couple years, but I really like the song. I love the music video. You guys can look it up. "People Are Crazy" is the name of it. I'm gonna do my best to do it justice. And oh, Nita says he's looking at his calendar. Faith knows the song. I knew somebody was gonna know it out there. Billy Currington. Okay, I was close. I think I said Carrington. So Billy Currington. All right, so I've just gone through this like only since yesterday. I printed the lyrics, and so my 90-minute hike around the Salt River today, this song was on my head. I just couldn't get all the lyrics down because there's a lot of them that are in there together. I will eventually. So, all right, so let me give it a try. This old man and me were at the bar, and we were having us some beers and swapping I don't cares, talking politics, blonde and red-haired chicks, old dogs and new tricks. And I like that line. Habits, I don't use the word chicks, but anyway, sorry. And habits we ain't kicked. Talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And I heard the old man say, God is great, beer is good, people are crazy. He said, I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? He said, damn if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put him through, like 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette, said these damn things will kill me, yeah. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Last call is 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. And then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face, front page obituary. he was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. And I dropped by today just to say thanks and pray. I lit a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. All right, so as always with any news song, you stumble through it, and I had to stop. And that line about chicks makes me laugh because I don't refer to women as that. I mean, as a teenager, but not now. But it was just funny. I watch the video and I see the laughter between those two guys in that music video and that older gent. And anyway, so as I'm singing the song, I'm playing out the movie in my head because songwriters do that. So performers can do that. And that line just makes me laugh. Well, let's see how it went. Amy she's the #1 vote. She sent it to me. She's kind as always, but that's the first time I've ever done that. And I only started learning it yesterday. Well, I haven't learned it. I haven't learned the lyrics, but that felt pretty good. It wasn't too bad. I'm not a big whistler, but I was able to get it in. All right, so I got to scroll up for. Wow, there's a lot of comments, which I'm grateful for. Z says we will be here on December 12th. Cardinals play on Monday the 13th. Then I'm going to call the clubhouse tomorrow, and we're going to move it to Sunday, December 12th, because I want you there, and hopefully everybody else can be there too. So. For those of you just checking in, we're going live for the 3rd time. We're moving it from the 5th to the 12th of December. So my friend Z and his awesome wife Nita can be there, and all of you watching out of state will be able to join in, and I will continue to broadcast that. Faith says, amen. That must have been to some of the line of the lyrics. Amy says, oh, that made me smile. Oh, I'm so glad. I hope I did it justice then for you. V, so you guys are way ahead of me. 2008, written by, yeah, I did see that somebody else wrote it, of Florida and Troy Jones. Yep. Oh. So one of the writers is still alive, the other one has passed away. Amy says, you can even, I try to be as authentic to a song, and so, like the guitar piece, at the opening, I just know as a recording engineer and as a performer, that's a guy playing that separately. So there's a rhythm guitar going and a guy picking that. But I try to combine them all together, like I do with my Jim Croce stuff. You can only do so much when there was 2 guys playing that. So yeah, and I added the whistle. You have to do that because that's what he did. Love seeing you smile when I know the song makes me laugh. Some of it's funny. So I'm glad you liked it. Amy's vote's the #1 vote because she sent this to me. So as she gives her Good Housekeeping seal of approval, then I'm going to continue to learn it and add it to my staple of songs. Oh, thank you, Faith. She liked it. Ellie just made it. Yay. Hi, Ellie. Namaste. Namaste. And Cindy, okay, I'm still in. Yay, the 16th is sounding great tonight, Bruce. Yay. Yeah, so it'll be the 12th, Cindy. It's the 5th right now. We're going to move it to Sunday the 12th, 7 days later. I was a C- math student, but I think I got that right. Check your calendar. Hopefully you'll be here the 12th. Love to have you back. Ellie missed it. Ellie, I've never done this, so there's a first time for everything. Ellie, do you know this song by this guy named, my friend Amy in Ohio gave it to me, Billy Currington. The song is called People Are Crazy. You would love this song because there's so much craziness in our lives. Came out in 2008. Ellie, type in if you, Faith knew it. Type in if you knew it. I'm going to play it again. That's what I meant by the first. I've never done a song twice in a row. But we'll consider that a warm-up. And Ellie checked in. I want to play this for her. Yes, you know it. Well, my friend Amy sent it to me. I started learning it yesterday. So I don't have the lyrics all the way down. But so I'm going to do it twice in a row. So you don't have to wait till the repeat. How's that? That's pretty cool. That's what you get for being my friend and joining in live. Ellie, my brother says Ellie is crazy. I just love this song. So, okay, Amy. So, thanks for the nudge to learn this because you thought it would sound good on my vocals. I'd never heard it before. So I'm going to do it again. Because Ellie checked in and she knows it. You're going to like this. So, still a cheap imitation of the original, but thanks for being kind. All right, here we go. So let's try it again. This old man and me were at the bar and we having us some beers and swapping out on cares, talking politics, blonde and red-haired chicks, old dogs and new tricks and habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And then I heard the old man say, God is great, and beer is good, and people are crazy. He said I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? He said, damn if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put them through, like 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette, said these damn things will kill me, yeah. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Last call's 2 a.m. I say goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. Then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face, front page obituary. He was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. So I stopped by today to say thanks and pray. And I set a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy, yeah. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. First time I've ever played a song twice in a row that I know of, especially a brand new song. So Amy, thanks for sending me that along. So Ellie, there's an encore for you. Ellie says we would play this on the front porch in Tennessee. That's awesome. I had never heard this song, and Amy sent it to me. Oh, thanks, Amy. It's a little better the second time. I still laugh over that blonde-haired and redhead chicks. It just sounds like what two guys... I don't use the word chicks to refer to women, but in that song, some things are just... It's all about timing and placement. And in the music video, I love that it just like completely fits. You can see those guys having beers, talking about their lives. One on the older side of life and the younger guy. They each... What I loved about that was in the songwriting... from a songwriting perspective, they each had because it talks about in the second verse about every girl they knew. Well, when they said blonde and red-haired chicks, they each knew a blonde and redhead woman and had something to talk about. That's what makes me laugh. It's very specific. Anyway, let me get caught up here. So thank you for that, Amy. So great you could use your wonderful acting skills as well as your musical talents. Mostly it's my laughing skills, but if it comes across as acting, I'll take it. I just like, it's funny. Ellie says, thank you, so many memories. You're welcome. David's here from Hawaii. Aloha. Welcome, my friend. Ohana, family. So good to see you from Maui. Thanks for checking in. Let me get tuned up. You're welcome, Amy. Thank you for the nudge to learn that. You were right, of course. That feels good on my vocals. It'll be fun when I learn it. I knew I could get through that last verse the first time around, but I just wanted to make sure I hit it. So that's why during that caesura, they call it, or a timely pause in poetry, because you're a poet, as you know, I took my glasses off because I knew I could get through the rest. I had to tune, some of these strings don't play well when you capo, so I have to tune up or down. Cindy says, sounding even better the second time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, once I got warmed up a little bit with it, so I'd never played it before. I only started learning it yesterday. Amy says, yeah, so funny. I know, it's just, I like that. Faith says, George Strait. Oh. So I'm a nocturne. I stay up late at night, and I was actually watching some YouTube videos, into 2:30 in the morning. That's me. And some George Strait stuff popped up, and I used to play a couple of George Strait songs, and like those are some of the ones my friends will remember. Like a year ago, when I was still in my house, I would learn a song, and it would be just like a one-off. I would do it once, and I remember I love Amarillo by Morning, but I really loved the Marina Del Rey. That was a special place in my life back in the early 80s. And I've only done it like once, and I completely forgot it. And so it's funny you mentioned that, because you're what I call my universal nudge. Yeah, because his vocals, they sit really well with me too. And there's another one, I've only done it once. I did it live probably 15 years ago. At the Glendale Library here in town. They used to have performances in their auditorium, and they booked me for a holiday show, and I played that. It's Alan Jackson, and I don't think I could get through it again. It's called Remember When. I'm not even going to talk about it because I'm already feeling it. I can't do that. I don't know. If you listen to the lyrics and if you've got grandkids and stuff, you understand. So you don't have to have, but it's one of those songs. However, I know, and I wish, Faith, I really wish I could. I'm thinking of, I haven't played those George Strait songs in so long. I'm not even sure of the chord changes or what key to play them in. Yeah, I'd love to play Marina Del Rey, but I don't remember the key. I almost remember all the lyrics to Amarillo by Morning, but I haven't even played that in so long. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I think I did this. I think I did this last week. Yeah. Oh, I know, because my friend Kelsey's mom was back in Chicago and says, "Hey, can you play that one song by that one guy that I can't remember his name or the name of it?" Which made me laugh. And then I did the same thing. I said, "Oh, who did the song? It's the country guy married to the blonde country woman," and I was just drawing a blank on his name, and then somebody said, "Oh, Faith Hill's husband," and I said, "That's the one." So this isn't. It's not George Strait, but this is Tim McGraw. It's in the same genre. It's a nice heartfelt song. So I'll play this as a substitute, and then I'll go back and learn one of those George Strait songs. And I've got a couple others that people want me to learn. So so I'll play this one. Oh, there's a light shines on the front porch. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit Grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. Sorry, I'm blanking. Always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. And know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. Love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. And hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie. Dang, I'm blanking on that line. Somebody type it in. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. Always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, and when the work you put in's realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Yeah. When it's hot, eat a root beer popsicle. Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sun shine, and always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget to turn back around. Help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. All right. Sometimes I just blank on like a word or a line. I don't know, but So there you go, Faith. That's a substitute, a fill-in for a George Strait song. So hope that was acceptable. I know. I remember when I played Amarillo by Morning. To me, it sounded so empty because that violin just makes that. That fiddle is beautiful in that song. She says, "Love him too." Oh, so Tim McGraw. All right, hopefully is a good substitute. You're welcome. Thanks, V. Kind of follow my muse, so this one just came to mind. So this is a little Don Henley song. From the Fast Times at Ridgemont High soundtrack. In the hall, you just pretend that you don't see her at all. You wanna tell her how much you care. You wanna call her, but you just don't dare. Love rules. Our love rules. Out in the parking lot with all the guys, don't ever let them see the tears in your eyes. She's got a date tonight, but it ain't you. So you go out there and you get one too. Love rules. Our love rules. Love. Love rules. You wish you didn't have so much to share. It's much too scary and it's all too rare. All your friends are out having fun. Sometimes you think that you're the only one that loves. Our love. While everybody's out making time, you can't help thinking you're the last in line. She's the finest thing you've ever seen. You wrap your arms around her in your dreams. When she smiles, it brings you to your knees. You wanna tell her, but you always freeze. She's in the backseat, but you're much too shy. You'd give the world to be an older guy. Love rules. Now love rules. Love rules. Yeah, love still rules. Love rules. Our love rules. Love rules. Love rules. Love still rules. Woo! Man, a good song is always going to be a good song. Don Henley. For your Soulful Sunday. What a great group, as always. Very distinguished. Small or large, thanks for checking in. Thanks for that, V. Ellie says I blank in front of people all day. That's awesome. Thank you, Pammy. Oh, Pam. All right. All right, so Pam, request before it was requested. Very special song. At a time in my life, when I was on my last contract in nuclear power and I got creamed in a fantastic crash, T-bone, and could have easily died, but by the grace of God and Mercedes Engineering, the side airbag saved my life despite a broken knee and 2 knee surgeries and all of that. And then I heard this song that I'd previously downloaded from the Country Strong soundtrack, and I vowed as soon as I am well again, I will play it, and I've learned it. And then and Pam loves this song, so I'm glad you checked in again. So I could see that you were here, so I'm going to play this. So here we go. So this happened last week. I get another song in my head, and I start playing the opening to another song. Got it. When the stars line up and you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace, and it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late, timing is everything. You know, I've had close calls when it could have been me, and I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine because it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home. And I would have been one more unfinished song. And when it seems a rhyme is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain 'cause you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. When it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. Well, you can call it fate, destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery, 'cause you can be hurt by love or healed by the same, and timing is everything. And it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late. Timing is everything. All right, my BFF, that's for you, Pam. So thank you for checking in so I could play that. You're welcome. Oh, wow. How can it be the top of the hour already? Well, I'm not I'm not done playing. So if you want to stick around, we're going to consider this an ongoing encore. I feel like playing a few more songs. Oh, so this is a guy named Bob Schneider in Austin, Texas, friend of my friend Steve Poltz, wrote this. I haven't played this in a little bit. It's a sweet little love song, and I love this song, so I'm gonna play this. Soonly was a pilot in the nationally known Amazing Ladies of the Outer Zone. She didn't have no kids, she didn't have no time. She was a woman of her word, she was a fighter of crime. She had I just blanked on the line because I winked. That was a hoodwink to somebody who knows what that means. Natural way, she had no tools and no cars, so she went to UCLA. And everybody said she was as crazy as a loon. When she was a girl, she'd spend every afternoon sitting in her backyard pretending to be a fighter ace in the Japanese military. She liked to make up her mind, she kept her feet in the air. She wore her heart on her sleeve, cause she'd found it there. It was all well and good until she met this young man, a young pilot named Steve with a beautiful tan. He spoke English and French and he swam like a swan, had a mouthful of teeth and more style than Cezanne. He could talk to the bees, he could breathe in the air. He wore his heart on his sleeve cause he'd found it there. And they'd sit in the trees and they'd talk through the night while the blind moon swam in a pale starry light. They talked and they crowed and they told what they knew. It was better than beer, it was all strange and new. There was grass all around, it was black up above. It was more than hello, it was something like love. And I don't know why life, it seems to be so hard for dreamers like you and me. When love is love, is love, is everywhere. Woo! All right. A little Bob Schneider. Thank you, Pam. Ellie says, I'm in. Yay. Thanks, Z. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, that's right, because I had mentioned I'm not done playing, so stay if you can. If not, that's fine. My friend Jean didn't check in tonight. She turned me on to these frosty margarita mixed beverages, which are awesome. And my friend Kelsey made this cup that says Soulful Sunday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Fiesta Friday, and engraved it, all three of them, on this mug. Because the one that had, I think, Wind Down Wednesday broke. So, anyway, woo! Those are good. After my 90-minute power walk / hike around the Salt River today out in the sun, it was great. I got a great workout. This has crushed ice. I'm considering this hydration. And it's got lime, which I know is good for you. So, Pam said, ooh, I got a request. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Z says, you're on your way home. Awesome. Thanks for hanging in as long as you can. As always, these will be on repeat. Yeah, I don't do this very often anymore, Pam, so thank you for the request. So this is Bon Jovi's version. And when Leonard Cohen was alive, he said it was his favorite version of his own song, and it's the one I learned. So here we go. Well, I heard there was a secret chord David played to please the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. Well, she tied you to her kitchen chair, and she broke your throne, and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Well, now, baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. And it's not your flag on that marble arch, no. Love is not a fairy tale, it's a cold, it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, there was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do you? Well, remember when I moved in you, and the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, now I believe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And it's not a cry that you hear at night, and it's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 Woo. Thank you for that request, Pammy. I haven't done that in a while. I blew one line, but all things considered, I got through it okay. Man, it's been a long time since I've done that. That used to be something I did every week. I'm happy that my vocals still will rise to the occasion, so I was delighted about that. All right, just let me recheck my tuning. Ellie says, oh wait, man, I love these comments. When I have to scroll up to get caught up, it's awesome. Ellie said, I'll now call my cocktails tinctures. That's awesome. Cindy says, one of my absolute favorites. Yay! Ellie said, hallelujah. Ellie said she was feeling this. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Pammy. Thanks, V. Oh, I'm so glad you're all here tonight. That's awesome. So I haven't done this in a while, but as long as I'm doing double shots of, I started off with a double shot of Steve Poltz. I only know 2 Bon Jovi songs, so I feel like I need to do this one as a double shot. Hello again, it's you and me, kinda always like it used to be. Sipping wine, killing time, trying to solve life's mysteries. How's your life? It's been a while. God, it's good to see you smile. I see you reaching for your keys, looking for a reason not to leave. If you don't know if you should stay, and you don't say what's on your mind, baby, just breathe. There's nowhere else tonight we should be. Wanna make a memory. I dug up this old photograph. Look at all that hair we had. It's bittersweet to hear you laugh. Your phone's ringing, I don't wanna ask if you go now. I'll understand if you stay. Hey, I've got a plan. You wanna make a memory. You wanna steal a piece of time. You could sing the memory to me. I could write a couple lines. You wanna make a memory. If you don't know if you should stay, and you don't say what's on your mind, baby, just breathe. There's nowhere else tonight we should be. We should be. want to make a memory. You want to steal a piece of time. You could sing the melody to me. I could write a couple lines. You want to make a memory. You want to make a memory. Oh, I haven't done that in a while, I don't think. Oh, Lisa's beautiful. Thank you. Love that one. Continue down memory road. Desperado for Frank. Oh, yeah. I was thinking of him the other day. I haven't heard or seen from Frank in a couple years, I guess. I don't know. He's on his own journey, his own path. We wish him well. All right, yeah, so this is for Frank. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. You're a hard one, but I know that you got your reasons. Prison is walking through. No, that's not it. I haven't done this in so long. Reasons. The things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. The queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones that you can't get. Desperado, oh boy, you ain't getting any younger. Your pain and your hunger, they're driving you home. Your freedom, oh your freedom, that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world all alone. But your feet get cold in the wintertime. The sky won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the nighttime from the day. And you're losing all your highs and lows. Ain't it funny how the feeling goes away? Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences and open the gate. It may be raining, but I know there's a rainbow above you. You'd better let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you before it's too late. Thanks for that request, Pam. You haven't heard from Frank yet? Your drink needs a refill. Yeah, it's getting down there to the good stuff. Just limes. Oh, you're welcome, Pam. Thank you. So I was thinking of this one earlier. I'm going to end on this. So I didn't have a kayak float buddy today, so I went out and put on my sneakers and did a 90-minute hike on the banks of the Salt River. So I soaked up some vitamin D, topped off my tan. I didn't see any wild horses today, so they were probably up. But I was thinking of this earlier, I want to play this, and then being out on the river just kind of reminded me of the wild horses that I always see when I kayak. And then Pam gave me that request, so so that got me thinking about the horses again. So I'm going to end on this song. So I finally learned this a couple of years ago. It came out when I was about in 7th grade, junior high school. Michael Martin Murphey wrote this song. I know you've heard of it. So he had a dream actually one night about this woman and this horse, and he woke up and with his friend he wrote this song. So it's funny where inspiration can come from. And when I learned it, the intro and the outro are really delicate and complex pieces on the piano, and I didn't have an easy time of transposing them. So I had remembered about 2 years before. I've got hundreds of pieces of music in my recording station, and I remember this little 59-second chord progression I'd written, and I pulled it up and I said that might work, and it was in the same exact key, so it was meant to be. And so the intro and the outro are mine, but the song is Michael Martin Murphey. So I'm going to end on this. I see comments coming in. I don't want to miss them. Jimmy G's here. What's up, brother? Love your sweet tunes. Thank you. And Ellie recognizes Jimmy. Namaste. So glad to have you here. So I'm going to end on this song, inspired today by my my power walk and hike around the Salt River. I wasn't on it in my kayak today, so I walked it and communed with nature. So the intro and the outro are my original, but the song is Michael Martin Murphey. So here we go. She comes down Yellow Mountain on a dark flat land. She rides on a pony she named Wildfire, with a whirlwind by her side on a cold Nebraska night. They say she died one winter And there came a killing frost, and that pony she named Wildfire busted down a storm. In a blizzard he was lost. She ran calling wildfire. She ran calling wildfire. She ran calling wildfire. By the dark of the moon I planted, but there came an early snow. There's been a hoot owl howling by my window now for 6 nights in a row. She's coming for me, I know. And on Wildfire we're both gonna go. We'll be riding wildfire. We'll be riding wildfire. We'll be riding wildfire. On Wildfire. They're gonna leave sod busting behind. Get these hard times right out of our mind. Riding wildfire. Oh, wow. Thank you, my friends, for joining me for an encore set. I didn't feel like quitting. Thanks so much for all these check-ins. They're awesome. Oh, look at those hearts going up. Thank you. Jimmy G, you're welcome for the sweet tunes. And Cindy says, thank you, Bruce. What a lovely set. Thanks. Yeah, this felt good. Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful night's rest of your night, too. Thanks, Pammy. An honor to spend time with you, extra time. Thanks, V. And thanks, Z. So glad to have you all join in tonight. As always, no matter how small or large, a distinguished group of Tribes members. So thank you for checking in. And as always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you so much for coming by and spending time this evening. Thank you for keeping your immune systems bolstered up, for keeping yourselves healthy. And this is Sunday, so I will be back on Wind Down Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So awesome to see you here. Thank you so much for the song requests, universal nudges to learn other songs, and as always, it's an honor to share my artistry with you. So thanks for being part of my Sunday. Have a great rest of your Sunday and a wonderful week, and we'll see you back on Wednesday.